part 3. If this resonates, go to part 1 and 2. Zach Bryan keeps coming up. So again, maybe that's significant, but it's find somebody who like grows flowers in the darkest parts of you. You know, this is somebody who, again, it's that safety to have those type of conversations with them, because of the similarities, because of the shadow work. It's not being afraid of who you are and what you want and how you feel. Like these two connections, you know, you collective and then this other person. Again, magic that can be made together, but it's like, it's a knowing, it's an understanding. It's living beside the shadows. I said this in the reading the other day. I did a 5-part series. So I'm picking up, I'm feeling the same type of energies, but those readings were heavy into what the divine masculines are feeling right now and going through collectively. And I keep coming back to the same type of energy. So there's a lot of masculines right now trying to go after what they want after heartbreak. And we're not talking about every masculine out there. We're talking about the divine masculines who have been through the ringer with a lot of narcissistic relationships, and they have a pure soul and they're just trying to find a good one. And the reason I'm picking up on that specifically in that collective reading is because I think that's where the majority of the collective is for this divine masculine energy, these masculine energies, or divine masculine. I say divine masculine because there is a huge separation right now. There are the masculines that are going through an awakening, and it's finally hitting to them all the shit that they've done and how they've treated people, right? And the traumas they're adding to the suffering of society. Not that women aren't. We're just talking about these two entities right now. And the divine masculines who were not part of that or outgrew that because they worked on healing, and they're looking for someone that's vibrationally aligned to that healing frequency or very healed or ascended master type of situation, right? This is someone very far along in their spiritual journey. That's the collective that we're reading for. This is not Phantom Tarot deck. We're not talking about the karmics. We're not talking about people that just fucking woke up, had an awakening, and now they're like, oh my gosh, I'm starting to see things differently. That is 2 years, 3 to 5 years probably behind schedule of the energies we're discussing in this reading. So these are people that have done a lot of shadow work in their life, probably rebuilt themselves after being shattered multiple times, and they put out positivity and good into the world, and they're very vibrationally helping society not to prolong suffering. If that makes sense, I hope that made sense. It's hard to explain, again, because there's so many different pathways that the collective consciousness is going on right now. And again, it's 3D versus 5D, right? Like we've got people totally on different timelines that still think shit like that the government's real and they're here to help, that type of shit. Like that it's not even real. It's that central casting, right? Like these, you know, if this does not resonate, please do not make this fit. If you are extremely confused at what I'm talking about, but for some reason you're still listening, then this is not the message for you. You are not one of the parties in this situation. If you're not following with what I'm saying, I assure you, you are, this may be ready for you in like 9 months to 12 months, maybe 6 months, depending on how quickly you want to get through this school of life journey. Okay. We got off on a tangent. Yeah. Okay. So this is a very, okay. So this is also though energies where you two together could be like fire and gasoline. When you don't keep each other in check. And I mean, because these are two fire fucking energies. These are like, I'll burn the fucking world for you energies, but also like, I'm here to fuck shit up. I don't take shit from anybody. That kind of like, you know your value, but like the fire can be very passionate and that can go opposite ways sometimes. But again, I feel like so you guys can kind of bounce and trigger each other in a different way than normal people typically could. So if this is resonating, this is someone from the past again. or someone that you could have had something with, but again, timing was an issue in your lives, or maybe your location wasn't right, and now you guys are kind of like, ooh, what are they up to? It's very fiery, very passionate, but can be triggering because of the passion. There's a lot of fire in both of these personalities. Yeah, so it has to be taken into consideration, and that is part of what this person's doing. While they're debating on having this type of conversation or going this route with you, that's what they're reminiscing on. They're trying to balance out, like, is this something that they want to do and risk time and energy and their heart because of the fire and passion they have for you, and you probably maybe have for them? Again, it's giving this was reciprocated. This is giving that this was not something that was toxic. So do not make it fit. And it's doubtful that you're thinking of someone you were in a situationship with, unless it was like at least one person in that situationship had unreciprocated feelings for the other. Like, somebody here had to be very passionate about someone and not for a schmexual reason. Like, this goes beyond the physical. This is a very, like, these two souls, maybe even, they connect in some way. They are very, and normally I don't even talk like this during my readings. Normally I'm like spitting this out, like the channel comes very easily, but it's like this is someone that they collective, they have an impact on you and maybe even a reaction. Like, sometimes it's hard to communicate or think clearly with this energy because, again, the passion, but like they're different from everyone else. And they may even see you this way. And so it's like, you can't even, like, you throw out a lot of your own shit out the window when you're talking about how you react to this person because of who this person was to you or how they made you feel and how your souls kind of found each other, like recognize each other, enjoy each other, mix together like fine wine. I don't know why I said that. I don't even drink alcohol or wine. Maybe this other person does collective. Okay, maybe that resonates. Maybe they like a good glass of wine or a fucking gin. Sipping on gin and juice, laid back. Maybe they're a little like feisty ghetto or something. Not ghetto in a bad way. I mean, like, maybe they like rap music. Yeah, the Emperor. Yeah, so it's giving like something's going to be impacted. Again, we talked about assets and situations, maybe environments, whatever, another situation they're involved in. They know that it's almost like losing out on one thing gets you something that you actually wanted. It's like when one door opens, another, or when one door closes, another opens, and it's giving like giving up this one thing or this situation for you collective is worth it because they remembered how it was when you guys didn't choose each other, or you didn't have, like, when maybe the moons weren't aligned, you know, the timing wasn't right, the situation, the location, something about that. It's giving like they're seeing it where they're not willing to be without you again. And maybe you think the same thing. Again, like, it's hard to read just their energy because it's like if you could feel gravity and energy moving around you. It's like when the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean come together, they still come together, but like you can see the difference, but it like meshes so well. It's like that. It's like, it's hard to even